Welcome back to my channel. Once again, my name is Daniel, WD IT Services. In today's IT tutorial, we'll be talking about installing our first virtual machine for the first time. Last tutorial, we were able to start up a virtualization support. We were able to install the Hyper-V platform. At the same time, we were able to give a computer name to our hosts, which we gave Hyper-V. Okay, but for today, we're going to be going into the Hyper-V and creating our first virtual machine for today. So the first virtual machine will be created today, and if time permits us, we'll still create more virtual machines before we leave. Alright, okay, let's start. We'll click on the Windows button, then simply go to Server Manager. Enter the Server Manager. You simply click on Tools. Tools. We have Hyper-V here. Click on Hyper-V Manager. Okay, this is the Hyper-V interface. What do we need to do here first? Installing our first virtual machine, we need to first of all right click on Hyper-V, then click on New, then scroll your mouse gently to Virtual Machine. Click Next. Okay, we'll be giving our virtual machine a name. Like I said previously in my other class, I said it is very good you have a unique name. Give all your computers, all your system a unique name for proper identification over the network. So I'll be giving this my first machine DVM1. Okay, DVM1. Then you click. It says store the virtual machine in a different location. I would like us to leave this as default. Store the virtual machine in this location. So we just click Next. Choose generation of this virtual machine. We have generation 1, generation 2. The best and the most effective generation here is generation 2. So we'll pick generation 2. Click Next. This dialog box gives us a page whereby we can give the size of memory we want to allocate to our virtual machine. Every machine has its own memory allocation. So we are allocating a particular size of memory for our virtual machine. Because this virtual machine will definitely be the Active Directory in our domain, we have to give it at least, let me say 3 MB. So we'll give it 372. Okay. So how do we arrive at 3072? We click on Calculate, then 1024. The default value per 1 meg is 1024. So if you had 1024 plus another 1024, it gives you 2048. That is for 2 gig. Then if you had another 1024, it gives you 3072. That is why I come about the value here, 3072. So we'll give you 3072. You can always change this value later when you are inside the virtual machine. Here we have the configuration, the configured network interface. Each new virtual machine includes a network adapter. You can configure the network adapter to use the virtual switch, or it can remain disconnected. For now, we'll leave it disconnected. Later, we'll have to configure all that. So say Next. Then this place is to create a virtual hard disk. I would suggest we leave the name of this virtual hard disk as default, DVM1 VHDX. This is the hard disk that stores everything you do on this particular virtual machine, and is located in C user public document Hyper-V virtual hard disk space. Okay, then the size here is 127 gig. I think it's okay. Let's just leave it 127 as the default. Then you click on Next. Then you can install an operating system now if you have access to the setup, blah blah blah, or you can install it later. Install an operating system later, install an operating system from a boot image file. I want us to install this later. Let's first of all get to understand how to set up your first new virtual machine. Then we can now install operating system later. Otherwise, we could just decide to move into this place and go through our browser to wherever we have our ISO, the image file for the server operating system. But for now, we'll leave this empty. Then we'll leave install an operating system later. So click next. So now you have successfully completed the new virtual machine wizard. You're about to create the following virtual machine. A default name is DVM1. The generation is generation 2, which is a robust generation. The memory allocated to this particular virtual machine is 3 gig, that is 3072 megabytes. The network we've not configured it, all that will be configured when we get to the inside the virtual machine. Then we have the hard disk storage space, then the operating system will be installed at a later time. Okay, at this junction, we are about to create our first virtual machine. Okay, good. As you can see, under the virtual machine, we have DVM1 created. So we have successfully created our first virtual machine, but we have not installed any operating system on it. Okay, I'd like us to walk through, take our time, take a break now, then later on we'll come back and we'll walk through the same exercise of creating our second virtual machine together. Okay, welcome back once again. We'll be creating our second virtual machine together. Now, previously we were able to create one virtual machine before we took a timeout. Now I want us to create our second virtual machine, which will be the DVM2. Okay, and probably we'll have to install, if time permits us, we'll have to install an operating system on the VMs. Okay, so what do we do first? We have to click our server manager. As usual, server manager. And inside the server manager, we'll click on tools. Then we'll click on Hyper-V manager. Okay. Alright, at the Hyper-V manager, we have one virtual machine created, which is DVM1, the one we created last. Now we want to walk through gently, one after the other, to create another virtual machine. In case you're new to this channel, once again, please like, share, and subscribe. This is a platform whereby you can use to encourage us. At the same time, click the notification button beside the subscribe button, so you can have updates and notification each time we upload a new video. In my next tutorial, we will be using the PowerShell to create a VM. But for now, we'll just create another virtual machine using the Hyper-V manager interface. Okay, so how do we go about creating a virtual machine? We have successfully created the Hyper-V manager, added the Hyper-V manager roles and features from the server manager. Then we'll simply right click on Hyper-V, new virtual machine. Okay, like I said previously, this is the first interface when you are creating your new virtual machine. So we'll click on next. This interface gives you the chance to give your virtual machine a name. A name is always a unique name, allows you to identify your computer or your system over the network. So which name are we giving this now? DVM2. Click next. Then we have to choose the generation. The best to select is the generation 2. It adds newer features which will help to enhance our virtualization. Once you've selected this, you click next. Then this section is to give the size. What is the allocated size, the memory size you want to give to your virtual machine? I would like us to leave this at 1024. However, we can definitely change it when we get into the virtual machine itself. But let's just leave it at 1024. Okay? Then we click on next. Then this section is telling us each network virtual machine includes a network adapter. You can configure the network adapter to use virtual switches, or it can be connected. It can be connected later. We'll leave it not connected. We'll do that in our next step. Next, then we'll leave this as default. This is where you create the virtual hard disk. The virtual hard disk is created at its default location. See user public document Hyper-V virtual hard disk. Okay, then the size we'll leave it as 127 gig. Say next. Then are we to install our operating system? At this junction, we are going to install the operating system right away from here. Previously, we did not install the operating system. We wanted to check how we can install our first virtual machine, which we have seen from here. It's very easy to install the first virtual machine without an OS. But here we'll just use this wizard to simply install the OS. So what I'm going to do is I have my image located in my C drive. It's located in my C drive. So we follow the path to install our first operating system. Okay, in case you're new to the channel and you did not know how to get your ISO images, in our last tutorial, in our previous classes, we've talked about how we can download free ISO images from Microsoft, most especially when it comes to server ISO. However, we still have other links there that can take us through to download Windows 10, Windows 7, and Windows 8. But for now, there are little or no more support for Windows 7, so it's advisable you have Windows 10 as the operating system. So everything is there free on Microsoft. It's a free trial. Evaluation period is about 180 days thereabout, which you will now be asked to license. But if you need the license, I can always get the license from you. You can visit us at www.wditservices.com at an affordable price, unlimited license, okay, for all your operating systems. Okay, let's proceed. Now we have connected where I downloaded the image file, the ISO image file for my server 2019. So I will simply click install an operating system from bootable image file. I say image file, browse, and I'll scroll down to where my ISO is, backup, then files and C drive. I have all my images here. For now, we'll be installing server 2019 image file. Next, then finish. Now this is configuring your operating system. At the same time, it has created your DVN2, which is the second virtual machine. As you can see, I'm installing the operating system from the image file which I got from Microsoft stored on my external hard disk. Now, the virtual machine is pulling the image file from my external hard disk. We are at the interface of installing Windows Server 2016 operating system on the DVM2. So what do we need to do here? We have the window interface, Windows Server 2016 interface. We click next, install now. Okay, so we choose this data center evaluation desktop experience. So click on next. We accept the license policy. I also advise us to take our time. Let's always try to read these policies before we accept it. Next. Then we are installing it afresh, so we have to custom install Windows, customize. Then what do we need to do? This is the allocated size of hard disk. We click on new. We simply format it. Are we installing all the OS on this part, or do we want to partition it? Okay, this is what this junction is telling us, this particular interface. Do we want to partition it? Do we want to create a partition, or do we just want to install all the operating system on this part? So for now, I want us to install it on this part. Later on, I will show you how you can partition. This is very, very simple. All you need to do is to multiply the value of your size by 1024. I repeat, multiply the value of the space, hard disk space you want to give it by 1024. For example, I have 127 gigabytes, and I want to install my server operating system on 120. What do? Window button, calculate. 120 is the size I want to use for the Windows Server 2016-19 operating system. Then multiply by 1024. It gives me 122880. So I'll simply enter the value in here, 122880. 122880. This will give me 120 gigabyte space allocated for the Windows Server operating system. As you can see, I have my 119.4 gig, so primarily is 120 gig, and I have my 7 unallocated space. So simply click on this, click on next, new, then apply to make it formatable. Okay, then the next is to click on the part which we want to install the operating system on, which is the 120 gig hard disk space. So we format, click OK. Then what do we do next? You click next. Don't forget, you click next. Make sure that you select the correct part when you are installing on a partition. So click next. Alright, it takes about another 5 to 15 minutes before it gets completed. Let's wait a little bit while it finishes all the old installation processes. Alright. Alright, welcome back again. The operating system has finished installing, so the next step is to customize the setting. To type a password for the built-in administrator account that you can use to sign in to this computer. The password is very important for you to input, or else you will not be able to complete this process. Number 2, the password should also be complex and easy to remember. It will make your operating system much more secure. Okay, so now we have, let's try to create a password. I'll be giving him my own password. Okay, I don't have to show you my password. Alright, so I'll just simply click on finish. Beautiful. So now we have our Windows Server 2019 configured on our second DVM2 using the installation from boot image parts while we are trying to install the DVM2. Okay, so the next step now is, let's try to log in into our new system, our new DVM2 with the admin administrator password. While we are logging into that, let's quickly see how the second step to installing to configuring your operating system on your VM, on your virtual machine. On this DVM1, we simply right click on it and connect. Okay, then you click start button. Now, virtual machine boot summary. An operating system was not loaded. Press a key to retry the boot sequence. Configure change may require the virtual machine to be reset. Okay, reason is because we have not selected the part where the OS is actually located. So on DVM1, this is the setting for your Hyper-V. Hyper-V, we have our settings here. Then this is for the DVM1. Okay, so okay, now on the DVM1, we simply pick where we have the image file. So let's add up this DVD drive hard. So we come in here, then specify the media to use with virtual CD image file. You see, then you browse to where the image file is. That is the image file we want to install with Server 2019. Click OK. Now the image file is added to the DVM1 setting, which is here. Now automatically the DVM1 will pick the boot file, the image boot file, from its internal DVD drive. Don't forget, the first step we used for DVM2 was, while installing the virtual machine, we automatically selected the image file during the installation process. But this second step is, we completed the virtual machine installation, then we roll down our mouse to setting of the DVM, then we come down to SCSI, we added the DVD drive, internal DVD drive, and selected image file. Then we browse to where our image file is located after being downloaded from Microsoft. Okay, so after clicking that, we just say apply, then OK. Then from here we can right click and reconnect. So all we need to do here is to click Control Alternate End. It brings out this platform. Press any key to continue, and I hit on spacebar, and voila, we're good to go. Okay, the same process we went through while installing the previous DVM2 is still the same process we go through now. Okay, so but before we proceed here, let me check my DVM2. Wow, DVM2 is up. As you can see, you have your server manager in DVM2. Presently now, it's still empty. As you can see, our DVM2 is configured. All right, we'll have to set up all the network IP addresses and the rest. But for this tutorial, we'll just end this for now, after we must have completed installing the OS on DVM1. So to wrap up, we have successfully installed our second DVM2 and we've installed operating system on DVM2. So I'll simply hit on the shutdown button and shut it down while we install our OS operating system on DVM1. In case you're new to this channel and you haven't yet subscribed or like and share, please do, because you do us a great advantage if you do this, and hit the notification button beside in case when next we have new videos, you'll be updated. Okay, all right, so as you can see here, DVM2 is temporarily off because I have shut it down. Alright, so let's quickly install our our operating system on the DVM1. Okay, we select which one? Windows Server 2016 Data Center Evaluation Desktop Experience. Please, it's important to select Desktop Experience. Reason is because you have access to the GUI interface, Graphic User Interface, for readability. Okay, so pick that, say next. Please always make sure you read through the license policies, terms and conditions. Definitely accept it. Say next. Custom installation. Then this is the size of the hard disk. Now at this point, in the previous installation over the DVM2, what we did was that we created a partition and we gave allocation of 120 gig to the Windows Server 2016 operating system. And in this Server 1, in this DVM1, we will not be creating any partition. We just install directly over it. So what do we need to do? Just click on next, then leave the space allocation by default, then apply. To ensure all window features work correctly, Windows might create additional partition for system file. Very good. Say OK. Good. So we have 126.4 gigabyte space of hard disk. So here we simply click on format. Obviously we have to format it so that we can have enough space for our installation. So we click OK. Good. Next step is to what? Click on the next button. Yeah, we're back again. As you can see, it has completed the installation of the Windows Server 2016. Now what we need to do is to set a password, which I said is a very key prerequisite to configuring your Server 2019. Any of the server, even if it's 2008, 2003, 2012, 16 to 19, you have to give a default password. So I'll be setting my password now to be this. then give it second confirmation. Now click finish. Okay, so our operating system is configured on DVM1 using the second process, and also on DVM2 using the other step. So I'd like us to stop for now on this. We have successfully installed the DVM1, the DVM2. We've configured the operating system on them, set up the password, and live we are into the servers. Okay, so in our next tutorial we'll talk about how we can create the Active Directory, how we join a client to the domain, and how we can create user around the Active Directory. Okay, all right, please if you've not subscribed to my channel, try as much as possible to do like and share. So, and also click the notification button, so each time I upload new videos you'll be the first to get notification. All right, see you next time. Stay cool.